Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Mind Hacking Happiness Podcast, episode number 7. 7 is my lucky number. I was born on 7/7. And so here we go. If you've been following along, and really, who has? No one. And but for the two of you who have, you know that this podcast channel and this YouTube channel has been a little inactive for a little while, and we're going to change that moving forward. In fact, I have next 45 episodes already in the can, except for an introduction that I'm going to have to add to the beginning of each one. You'll notice that we've been a little inactive, and that's because I have been working on and focusing on developing the Two Seals and a Walrus podcast, which came about because I put out the Mind Hacking Happy books, and some seals came by and said, hey, this is the most amazing mind training that we've run into, and we've already been through the best mind training that's available, and we want to help you spread this thing out into the world. And so we jumped on a plane, we went to Peru, drank some ayahuasca, and then decided to do a Two Seals and a Walrus podcast, which has been going swimmingly up until the point we went into this quarantine thing nationally. We've had a lot of guests, we've had a lot of interesting conversations, and we're planning on growing that continuously as we move forward. Give people the practical steps and just interesting, cool conversations about expanding your mind and taking more personal control, responsibility over what your mind does and how to change that, and the cool topics connect with exploration of consciousness, etc. We've had a lot of cool guests already. We have some other cool guests that are coming up in the future that you might want to check out. We have some amazing, awesome, cool, top secret stuff that we've been working on that is going to be coming to fruition, which you will have interest in the future. But that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been focusing on, is getting that up and running, and it's up and running, and the website there, and the YouTube channel's there, and we got some fans and interactions, etc. And so now I'm going to come back to here, and I'm going to start dumping some more content into the Mind Hacking Happiness channel, podcast, and social media stuff, etc. On that note, one of the next things I'm going to do that will be coming to your ears and eyes is I created a course a while ago and was charging $1,000, and I think I put it on sale for a little while at $100 and then back up to $1,000. And people paid that much money for this course without asking for any refunds, and all you had to do was just say, I wanted a refund, this sucked. And no one did that. This course has been reviewed by psychologists, by neuroscientists, by multiple Navy SEALs that have said this course is the best in class. It's amazing. It's given me more control over my mind than I have ever anticipated that I could have. And I put that thing out. People paid for it. I'm going to make that course free. Now, it's not always going to be free. I'm going to put it out in this podcast stream. I'm going to put it out on the YouTube channel. But in the future, I may take all of these episodes down. But you can guarantee your lifelong access to this program by going to the website. If you want to consume it here, fine, without going to the website and signing up for the online course, that's fine. When you go to the website and you sign up for the online course, it's free. And you're going to have access to it forever. You will have access through the website for as long as the website exists. And you won't have to pay a dime, ever, for that course once you get in. And that will be the place where you always have access to it. So if you want continuous access to this course forevermore, go to the website, click on the online course button, go there, register for the online course, and it will be $0 at checkout. And you will then have access to the 45-day Mind Mastery 101 course. It's laid out like this. I give you a few days up front so you can kind of get into it just right away. You can just binge watch those episodes and get going. Then it trickle releases on that website. It trickle releases of a group of 5 days, and then we take 2 days off for a virtual weekend, and then we do 5 days again, one video or one lesson per day. And then there are things that you can click on that are resources that you download or fill out or whatever it is that's in the course from the website. If you do the course here through the podcast or through the YouTube channel, first of all, the podcast is audio only, so you're not going to be able to see all the cool slides that I put together for the course that help explain and help you visualize and give a visual representation of what I'm talking about, some of which make it a lot easier to understand what we're talking about. So you might want to check it out in video form if you're listening in audio. But if you get it on YouTube, you'll be able to see the things that we're talking about because you'll be able to see the slides that we're presenting to represent the points that we're making in the course. So those drop once every 5 days, and then we take a 2-day off, like I said. So it's going to be trickle released, whether you get it here or whether you get it on the website. It's going to be the same thing. Ultimately, after a 45-day or 50 some odd days with the weekends in between, you get access to all the videos, and you can go rewatch them at any time, just like you can here on podcast or YouTube until they disappear. Because the course really is worth $1,000, and I will not probably give it away for free forever. But during this time of people losing their jobs and really needing to understand how not to freak out in these really weird times, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give the whole thing away for free. And I'm also going to have a contest to where if you guys start sharing this to people and they come in and mention your name, you will be put into a drawing for $100 worth of probably an Amazon gift card. So I will do that. Oh, I have the cash right here in my pocket. We're just going to give it away. So if you start sharing this stuff, and I will create probably a some type of a direct response on the website here in the next few days to get you the ability to have your friends give feedback on who sent them. And if they mention your name, we're going to put you, like if you get 5 people to do it and they mention your name, we're going to put you in the drawing. And if you're the only one, by the way, who gets 5 people to mention your name on the website or in the forums or whatever, I'll put a big click here button. You'll get the $100 if you're the only one, because there will be no one who is drawing against you. So do that. If you want a free $100, and maybe we get enough activity, we'll have multiple winners. Who knows? I don't know. Well, I haven't made up the rules of the contest yet, which are going to be official. So, anyway, that course is going to be free for you guys and for everybody you think would enjoy that course. Over the next number of episodes, I'm going to give that course to you for free with a short little intro at the beginning to explain what we're going to talk about that day. And then that's it. And you'll get it for free. So make sure that you send this, because today's day 1, by the way. After this intro here, I'm going to give you the first video, the first episode, first lesson in the 45-day Mind Mastery 101. And we'll take you all the way through to graduation. So that's what's going on. I'm sorry for the delay in getting you more content, but we've been working on some amazing content over Two Seals and a Walrus and getting a lot of great guests and having a lot of fun and laughing, etc. It's not as focused on delivering you the direct benefit lessons of mind mastery as this Mind Hacking Happiness channel is. So, you may want to check that out and subscribe or not, but definitely subscribe here and hit the bell icon so that when the new episodes come out, you are reminded and you get a notification that they're coming. Because I know, and I even talk about it in Mind Hacking Happiness, the book. I got 30 seconds, or I got 8.5 seconds, really, to get your attention, because our attention spans are so short nowadays, thanks to the electronic stuff that we have in our pockets with our phones and our watches and our tablets and our endless scrolling, etc. That has adjusted our brain to look for something new, and we get distracted a lot. And so if you want to get the benefit of this stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, get the notifications that this stuff is coming out, because it's super high value stuff that's going to be coming to you for free, and you won't want to miss it. So with no further ado, I just wanted to pop in and say, I still love you guys. I miss you guys. I'm going to start putting a bunch of content on the social media channels, the YouTube channels, the podcast channel, etc. We're going to have a lot of fun moving forward, but I'm going to need you to click the share buttons and stuff like that, because the algorithms have not been kind on sharing our content out. So please do that, because I'm here to help as many people as possible, frankly. And I can't do that if people don't know that this stuff is here. I mean, you could be walking over a huge gold mine, And all you have to do is dig down a foot and have enough gold wealth to serve your family for generations, and you just don't know it's there, right? But if somebody told you it's there, oh my God, then you get the value. Well, you need to be the person who says, hey, golden in our hills. Click on this link. Watch this video. If you've ever wondered about your anger, here it is. Here's a way to turn down your negative BS through the wiring of your brain when you can't even stop it from happening. It's like a sneeze where you turn your negativity off and turn up your happiness. Listen to this guy. Help me out. And I'm doing it because my whole goal on this thing, the reason I write my book, the reason I put the videos out, the reason I do everything is to try to get you guys into a space where you can live a happier life without changing any of your external conditions at all. You just change your internal conditions of how your minds work. And then all of a sudden you're happy all the time, regardless of if the shit's hitting the fan or if you just won the lottery. So I hope this message finds you well. Have a great rest of your day. Here comes the day one video of the 45-Day Mind Mastery 101. Hey, welcome to Mind Mastery 101, the 45-day program designed to give you everything that you need to become a master of your own mind. I am Sean Webb. I'm the author of this course. I'm the author of the books Mind Hacking Happiness, Volumes 1 and 2, which basically cover a lot of the concepts that we're going to dig deeper into in this 45-day program. There's an ancient Chinese saying that goes, tell me, I'll forget. Show me, I will remember. Include me, and I will understand. That's what this 45-day program is about. This 45-day program is designed to include you in a deeper understanding of the concepts that we covered in Mind Hacking Happiness, Volume 1, mostly, and a little bit of Volume 2, but also to get your hands dirty and for you to actually practice some of the things and for you to see some of the things within your mind that we're talking about and for you to experience those things and to experience the controls that you have access to be able to get a better grasp on your mind and have it give you things that are more productive and positive and supportive rather than what your mind has been doing, which has been kind of running your life without any supervision up to this point. Okay? So, welcome to day one. How this course works is that we're laying out 45 days of lessons and 45 days of activities that you can take at your leisure. There are some days that are called Watch Your Mind Wednesdays, which are probably not going to fall on Wednesday, so when that happens, don't freak out. But you can take this course as slowly as you like, or to a limited extent, you can take it more quickly if you wind up letting these things stack up and need to pack a couple of 3 days into one day. That's fine. But just understand that there will be homework that you'll be asked to do, and doing the homework is a critical part of the process. Because just like you can't learn how to shoot a basketball by reading about how to shoot a basketball and then thinking about how to shoot a basketball and then you go outside and expect to shoot a basketball, it's not going to work. You have to practice. To become a better baseball player, become a better piano player, become a better crossword puzzle solver, you need to practice. You need to actually do the thing that you want to become better at. That's the path to mastery, is using those 10,000 hours to practice what you've learned to be able to become more automatic at what you want to do. And that's what we're going to do, is to give you those tools, but you got to practice those tools. You got to do the exercises. You got to do the work to be able to get the benefit from it. So expect that there's going to be some medium lifting associated with this course. I'm going to give you homework on every one of these individual days. It won't be a ton of homework, 10 to 15 minutes maximum, usually, or something to just keep in mind for the next 24 hours, that type of thing, as you go throughout your day. But there will be homework every day, some kind of little itty-bitty assignment that you'll have to do, and you do have to do those things to be able to get any benefit from this course. So take it as slowly as you like, come back to it if you need to take a break or go on vacation or whatever, and only binge watch a few days at a time, because there will be activities if you let them stack up. Okay, but beyond that, this course will give you everything you need to become a master of your own mind. And that's awesome because, again, your mind makes up your whole life, right? There isn't one thing that your mind's not connected to in painting your life or framing your life in the way that you see it. And so when you take control of your mind and you take control of what it starts to give you, it starts giving you the awesome stuff that makes your life awesome, which is really cool. And you won't even recognize day one versus day 45 after you take this course. You'll be amazed at how awesome your life is simply by you taking control and changing your mind the way it works. Really, really cool stuff. I got a couple of success stories to share with you at the end of this presentation. Okay, so this whole course is predicated upon two fundamental truths. Fundamental truth number one, you can't control anything without seeing or at least sensing it. And so I took Declan outside to take a picture because there's nothing on the internet like that picture with the kid holding the remote control for the drone with the blindfold on. That's my son. He's not going to be able to fly that thing without being able to understand where it is in relation to the trees, in relation to the ground, in relation to the direction that it's pointed, because when he presses forward, he won't know which way he's going, right? Unless he can sense or see that drone. And so that's a fundamental truth of all things in life, that you can't control anything without seeing it or sensing it. Fundamental truth number two, you can't understand anything without actually experiencing it. And this is a fundamental truth of how our brain works. Even in learning the basic mathematical concepts of 2 + 2 = 4, you have to actually see it. You have to see it either in your mind or on a piece of paper in front of you or on the table in front of you, where you say, okay, 1, 2 apples plus 1, 2 apples equals 1, 2, 3, 4 apples when you group them together. You need to be able to experience that. And it's only after you experience the whatever it is that you're trying to learn that you actually understand the whatever it is that you're trying to learn. Like, I could take forever, right? I could take an infinitude of analogies and explanations and definitions and discussions to try to explain to you what it feels like to sit in a hot tub. But it would take me forever to try to explain the concept of warm and water and wet and swirling and the bubbles as they rise from the bottom and hit your skin as they approach the surface. It would take me forever, and you still wouldn't understand what it meant to sit in a hot tub until you actually sat in the hot tub. And then all of a sudden, bang, instant understanding, instant, complete conceptualization of what it is to sit in a hot tub. And there are no more words that I can say to you that will make it any better. You will have complete understanding by experiencing it, right? Well, the same is true of your mind. The same is true of taking control of your mind. You need to experience it to understand it. And so that's why we need to do the exercises and whatnot. So the way we're going to approach this course is we're going to show you your mind. We're going to discuss your mind's self and show you your mind's self. We're going to explain your emotions to where you can see them in a way you've never seen before. We're going to be able to show you your mind's noise in a way that you haven't experienced. We'll give you those experiences, and then we'll also give you the mental exercises so you can experience those as well and gain those deeper understandings of those mental exercises. And you must do them. You got to, participation is required for this course, because if you don't do that, you're never going to get the benefit of this course. You might as well quit now and not waste even one moment more of your time. So, what's happened to the people who have actually done this stuff? Success story number one. Karen came to me before I had published Mind Hacking Happiness Volume 1. Because she'd seen some stuff that I'd done online, and her mind was a mess, her life was a mess, and she really needed some help. But I had done some videos previous to putting out the 2 books that were basically the fundamentals of what I was writing about in the Mind Hacking Happiness books. And she said, I hate my neighbors on both sides. I can't see my grandkids right now because I'm having arguments with their parents, my children, because of decisions that they've made. I can't walk my dog because that's driving me nuts. The police are driving me nuts because they won't patrol or whatever it was. Her life was horrible, and she explained herself. She described herself as a mega bitch, and that she didn't like being a mega bitch, and that her life needed to be better. And so we sat for 5 hours one time over an afternoon and evening and had a long discussion about all the stuff that I'm going to give you in the next 45 days. And about 2 weeks after our 5-hour marathon session, she called me and said, it clicked. And I said, what clicked? And she explained a story of her taking the dog down to the police station to ask a question, and that the dog lunged at the police officer, and the police officer was on his heels, and she was pulling back on the dog. And she said, all of a sudden in that moment, my mind froze. And all the things that we talked about how you explained how I could see my mind and the operations of my mind and what was going on in my mind, everything just froze. And I was able to see what was going on in my mind that was causing all my turmoil. I was able to see what was going on in the mind of the dog, believe it or not, to cause his reaction. And I saw what was going on in the police officer's mind to cause his reaction. And it just all made sense. And I saw it all with extreme clarity. And from that moment forward, life hasn't been the same since. And it's awesome. And I can see absolutely every instance of negativity that tries to arise, but can't, because of my ability to take control of that moment and redirect what my mind is doing. And I said, yeah, welcome to Nirvana. It's awesome, isn't it? And she loved it. And so one instance of understanding what I'm about to teach you over the next 45 days allowed her to go from Mega Bitch to now her new name is the Pleasanton Hugger. She goes to the farmer's market every Saturday morning, rain or shine, with a free hugs sign, handing out warm embraces to anybody who wants one, talking about the positive sides of life to anyone who needs it. Her Facebook posts are full of nothing but joy and love. Her life is changed 180 degrees. She has no problems with her kids anymore. She gets to see her grandkids whenever she wants, because grandma is a joy to have around now. She doesn't have any more problems with her dog, her neighbors, the police. Everything has been solved because she took control of her mind. How awesome is that? You can do that stuff too with the stuff you're going to learn in this 45-day course. Success story number 2 I just heard about the other day, so I wanted to include it. I usually only include Karen, but there's this lady named Susan, not her real name, but in December last year, she was in rehab because of an addiction issue and some other stressors that were in kind of exacerbating that issue with relationships and problems with her kids and yada, yada, yada. And in May of this year, sorry, hit the wrong button. I am technology averse sometimes. So in May, she was still struggling. AA was not working for her. She still had her numerous life issues. The counseling wasn't helping. The meds she was on were making her crazy, which started with the rehab clinic. They go to rehab and then they put you on all these stupid meds. So her life was still a mess. Well, she started reading Mind Hacking Happiness Volume 1. She was given that book by a friend of hers who is actually now part of the Mind Hacking Happiness team, who's putting together an addiction management program based on the Mind Hacking Happiness approach, which is proving to be extremely successful in managing addictions. But long story short, in October of this last October, a couple months ago, she reported to our group she is now completely in command of her mind. She is completely unstoppable. She said, I got my mojo back from 15 years ago when I was in complete control of my life and everything was going awesome. Well, she got that back. She was able to take complete control of her mind in less than 6 months and turn her life around to where everything is awesome again, and she feels in complete control. She took care of the relationship issues that she was having, got in control of the issues that she was experiencing with her kids, and is now awesome, because she was able to take control of her mind and use the tools that I'm about to give you to take control of your mind. So strap yourself in, because that's how effective this stuff can be. Connected with that, here's your day 1 homework, because we're at the end of day 1 already. Homework is prepare yourself to participate. Because again, this stuff isn't going to work unless you work it. Right? You're not going to be able to become a master at anything unless you actually practice it. And so the things that we talk about over the next 45 days and the homework that I give you, you need to take it seriously. There are going to be 3 groups of people that are watching this video right now. Group 1 is the group that expects to watch something and gain benefit from it. And those are the folks who watch videos on Facebook all day that mean something, and they share something and then they forget about it. And I've been in that group before. But they're the folks who aren't going to expect to do anything with this homework. and they're not going to get any benefit. So you might as well, if you're in that group, just quit now. Don't waste one moment further of your time. You're not going to get any benefit from this unless you do the homework. Group 2 are the well-intentioned folks who are going to say, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to watch the videos, and I'm going to do the homework. And then they're going to go a few days or a couple of weeks, and then they're going to quit. You're not going to get any benefit if you're in that group either, because you're not going to complete the course, which you need to complete the course to understand all the concepts and be able to employ what's going on and understand your mind to the degree that you need to, and you need to practice it. So if you're going to be in the second group, quit now. Don't waste any more time. You need to be in the third group. The third group of folks are going to be the folks, and they're going to be the vast majority, the vast minority of folks are going to be in this group. There are going to be very few people who actually do this. You need to be sure you're in this third group, are the people that watch the videos for the 45 days and do the activities, do the homework. Because if you watch the videos and do the work, you will experience a transformation by the end of this 45 days that will blow your friggin' mind. You will not be able to recognize the difference between day one, or you won't recognize your day one self versus your day 45 self, because your life will be that completely different. Your mind will be that completely different of how you see things and how you perceive things and the perspective that you see in looking out upon the world. It will be completely different. So you need to be in group 3. You need to be in the group that says, I'm going to do all 45 days of this, and I'm going to do all the homework assigned and all the activities assigned. And it's not heavy lifting. It's light lifting to medium lifting at best. I mean, only because some of the meditation stuff is difficult if you haven't done it before, right? Because your mind will be like, oh, I don't want to do that. But it's going to be light lifting. It's only going to be 15 to 20 minutes maximum. And if that's if I'm not just giving you a simple homework assignment to say, watch this for the next 24 hours, or watch what your mind does with this over the next 24 hours, because there are going to be some easy homework days like that as well. But you have to do the activities. So your homework for today is the easiest homework you're going to get. Prepare yourself to participate. That's it. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.